Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia, and today we are once again back on my city tropical island of Guava doing another speed build. I know I said that my next build was going to be on my other island, but I have so much motivation and inspiration to decorate this island that I don't want it to go away. So I figured, you know, we might as well decorate. So yeah. As you guys can probably tell by the title of the video, we're going to be decorating, and a continuation from my last video, we're going to be extending this fake beach that I've built. So let's show you where we're going to be building. Let's put this away. So we're going to be building right here, and clearly you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be building Zucker, who is a new villager on the island. We're going to be building him his own bait and tackle shop, as well as like a little fish harbor as well. So yeah, I'm so excited for this build. I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos I make. So get yourself a snack and a drink, get yourself cozy, you know the drill, and without further ado, let's get started with today's video because we have a lot of decorating to do. Now, thankfully, I already had the layout kind of figured out from the last video. As you guys can see, I did a little terraforming, a little bit of decorating, but I do get rid of the pathing and add a lot more sand pathing underneath. And if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know I do not plan my builds out at all. I am an idea person. I do not execute my plans with like strategy. So I go into this just with an idea, and that is basically it. So with this build, the only thing I had in mind was Zucker on a beach, bait and tackle shop. That was it. So when I tell you I struggled with this build, not with the idea, but with the execution, I struggled with it just a little bit. So here I am placing the pathing down, just thinking like, oh, you know, this is the perfect size. I know exactly what I'm building. I know exactly how I'm going to build it. And then I started adding the cliffs once again as a continuation from my previous video. But when I tell you I changed the layout of this build 8 or 9 times, I moved Zucker's house like 4 times. I think at least 4 times, maybe more. Which I show very briefly in a few minutes. But yeah, basically I couldn't find out where I wanted Zucker's house to be on the beach, and then I couldn't figure out where I wanted the bait and tackle shop to be. I didn't know if I wanted it to be a fake building or if I wanted to do more like a bait and tackle like pop-up shop, so more like a stall area. So I don't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So you will see me struggle a little bit throughout the course of the video, kind of deciding where I want everything to be placed and ultimately deciding how I want everything to be laid out. So I just quickly went and grabbed Zucker's house. Look how cute he is. I was decorating early in the morning, so he was in his pajamas. I always feel bad that we wake our villagers up to decorate their houses, but it's just so cute. Like, I can't help it. So after grabbing his house, I also grabbed an incline, and I'm just, once again, like you can see, I'm starting to move all of the terraforming that I already done around, and I couldn't decide where I wanted this ramp to be. I wanted it to be more visible, but honestly, after placing it down and by the final build, this is the only thing I don't move. I actually like the placement of it. I think it sits up against the side of the cliff really nicely. And yeah, it's kind of hidden by the tree, which I do move a little bit. But overall, I really do like it. And then here is the first place I put Zucker's house. I figured, you know, you first go down the ramp and then you completely have his house on the left, and then you have the tackle shop and everything on the right. See, I'm already moving it again. Like, so cute, the customization I did for him too. Also, can we talk about the fact that Drift is wearing a tie tee in that like moment clip? He looks so cute. So here's what I was thinking when I moved it into the middle. I'm like, okay, I'll use tons of storefronts and make it like, here could be the tackle shop. So I'm thinking like, oh, I can use the "we're open" sign. Like in my mind, like this isn't bad by any means. Like it's a cute layout, it works, but it's not what I wanted. And then I hated it. So after building this, I get rid of everything. And then I'm like, okay, I hate his house here, so now we have to move it again. So this is me like looking at it going, okay, I absolutely hate it. I think maybe it should be closer to the corner. I want you to be able to kind of see it from the lookout point that I built in the previous video. Like you can see the lookout point behind the plaza. There's like a boardwalk. I want you to be able to see Zucker's house at least a little bit from there. So here I am trying to move it forward, and you can't move it because Zucker's house is too close to Zucker's house. So I had to move it over here and just plant it, and then time travel again, and then replant it, because nothing in Animal Crossing is ever easy. So, like I said, I'm loving building this island. Nothing is frustrating whatsoever. I'm having nothing but fun.
I like better than that, right?
But yeah, honestly, by the end, I do find the perfect spot for it. I like that I actually have his house like kind of leveled with the incline, and you can see it a lot better from the lookout point. So in the end, I'm really happy with the whole layout. I kind of wish I gave myself a little bit more space for the tackle shop right here, but honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad in the end. So then I went down and started replacing the pathing that I had already put down before. And just to let you guys know, I do have my list of all the custom designs I'm using on this island linked down below. I just finished putting all the custom designs together along with the creator codes if I was able to find the individual social media as well. I have everything linked in the Google Doc in my description. If I've missed anything, please let me know. I will be adding along as I continue to build. And I continue to add more custom designs to the island, obviously, but for right now, it's just all of the designs I've built with so far. So yeah, so this area here is where the tackle shop is going to be. I decided ultimately just to do a little like stall, because other than selling like bait, the only thing you really sell at a bait and tackle store is like fishing rods and other things like that. So I kept it really simple. I still think it's really cute given the amount of space that I had. And I wanted this to be a little bit more rustic in comparison with the rest of the island that's obviously more city core. So all these like fake beach areas are definitely going to be a little more rustic, a little more natural. And I'm going to be using a lot more like wooden elements, like the stall I used, and just things like that. You will see a little bit of a difference between the furniture I use in areas like this versus the areas that I decorate that are more city, like you will see towards the end of the video. So here I am just replanting the tree. I do move it again at the very end. I just didn't like how much it covered the tackle store, if you want to call it that. And now I'm just running around and placing just one more tree. I didn't want the area to be too busy, and I don't have a lot of space with the sand, and I wanted to put some pathing down too. Here's my first time using this white plank path on this island. I think it's so perfect. I downloaded the 2-tile ones that go horizontal and vertical, and then I have this 3-plank one, or this 3-tile one that goes horizontal, that I'll be using for like more elaborate or more bigger paths, like you can see here. And yeah, I really like it. And then moving on to this area here, this is where we're going to be building like the fishing pier. And this is where I build kind of like what I had in mind at the beginning when you saw me using the storefronts. Pretty much I knew I wanted to use storefronts, and I wanted to use the blue color ones. But I wanted it to look like a building and not so flat, so I decided to use the gazebos as the like roofs. And I like that this gazebo kind of matches the roof of Zucker's house. So I decided this could be like the little like, I don't know, fishing hut or like supply area where like Zucker keeps like extra boats, more equipment. and things like that, which, like, you know, it makes sense. I do go around and add tons more items there in a moment, but I'm just kind of running around the area and adjusting where I see fit. And then I realized as I was about to place more items down that the deck area was too small. So I just extended it a couple spaces and then started placing the yachts down. Pretty much I didn't have any idea of how I wanted this area to be laid out. I just wanted it to be very cluttered because a lot of this island is going to be very not cluttered. I wanted areas like this to be a lot more cluttered. I do move some of the boats onto the water, which I think looked really, really cool. And then I only have 2 boats on the actual like docks themselves. And then I started placing tons of stacked fish containers. Like I said, this is going to be a fishing harbor. I am definitely going to be making another one on the island somewhere. This is specifically for Zucker, but I just think it looks so cute. And then I used a bunch of the fish drying racks. And once again, no rhyme or reason for how I'm placing the items down, just placing them miscellaneously. Using a lot of color with the different colors of the stacked fish crates, as you can see. Because this island is very colorful. I'm actually using a lot more blue than I'm using on the rest of the island in this build. The main color scheme for this island is definitely more warm tones, so like oranges, purples, pinks. So I found like areas to place that color. As you can see, like the fish containers there are orange. And then a couple more items I throw down, like some of the life rings and things are definitely more warm toned. But because this is a very nautical build, I wanted to keep in theme and do like lots of blues and whites. White is a huge color for this island. Like I'm using a lot more white, like white wood as opposed to like darker or even like a medium brown wood. So the white goes very well. Obviously the deck that I'm using for this build is a completely white deck compared to the most other builds I've used a similar deck for. I usually go with more of a brown tone, but I like the white in contrast with the sand and the water. So yeah, now I'm just placing down more items. Like you can see, no rhyme or reason, just placing items down that I think you would find on a fishing harbor. And I'm really liking the way that this area is coming together. Like the colors are all really nice and it's very rustic. And yeah, super cute. I'm really liking building something like this. I actually did recently build a similar build on my other island for Bones. I gave him like a little fishing pier at the back of my Springcore island, along with like a fish and chip shop. So they are different. Obviously, I did use real water for that build, and for this one I'm using the fake water code. But you get the kind of like the general gist. So after finishing placing down items, I did go back and add more, but now I'm adding the more natural elements onto the sand. So I placed some wheat fields, and then I'm placing down some shells, which I love decorating with shells on a beach island. I think it just adds a lot. It adds a lot. Like it's so realistic, which I really love. And then using seaweed is one of my favorite items to decorate on a beach with. I love that you can actually place seaweed down and it actually does look like seaweed washed up on the shore. It's always been my favorite little aspect of the game. And then I'm just going around replacing some items I think I might find a better spot for, and adding some fish bait because this is a fish like bait and tackle shop, and I put like no fish bait like anywhere. So I just put some fish bait down on the floor. You will see me, I did place a couple more down around the area as well. And then I just decorated a little bit of the cliff behind Zucker's house. I just wanted the area above the house just to have something filled in. So I just placed the pathing that I'm using on my island, which is the kind of like sidewalk part of my road design, created by Colin.crossing on Instagram. If you would like to check him out, amazing content creator, has wonderful designs, and he is the one who inspired, honestly, one of the people who inspired me to build this island, because of his nautical, like, beach themed island. So yeah, now I'm just extending the sand a little bit more. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on the left side of this beach. I don't know how I'm going to finish it off. I'm most likely going to probably do a cliff somewhere, maybe extend this further and do more like a fake bridge or something. We'll figure something out, but right now I just wanted to complete the path a little bit next to the dock, and to kind of illustrate that the dock is resting on water. And then I'm just placing this rope fencing down like I did earlier, just to kind of tap off the rest of the build. And then I placed this little wooden shop sign. Don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I just wanted a little sign for Zucker's house, and I thought it was super cute. The creative code for that will be listed in the description as well. And then the last area I wanted to build was this area directly above the highway that I've built on previous builds for this island so far, and I had no idea what I was going to place here. And then I decided, you know what would be super cute is a little fountain area. I've always wanted to do a fountain area. I never really done anything like this before, so I decided to do a really cute, like very small, simple fountain area, surrounded by some trees and flowers. I did go with the orange trees. I originally had the palm trees planted here, but I like how the orange trees give more color to the area, so I was just placing all those down. I did have to move it back one tile, so I was just readjusting everything, and once the plumera shrubs are completely grown in at the end, you'll see how cute the area is. I somehow missed me decorating this little area, but I basically just put a garden bench, and it's like an area you can feed ducks, so I put like some decoy ducks. And it's just, yeah, it's really cute. I don't know. I really like it. I had no idea what I was going to place in this area because it's such a weird transition spot. But I really like it. And I'm placing this hedge fencing down, as you can see. The area that I did not place the fencing, I'm going to be extending the cliff and then doing a third level. So it'll go up to the third level, so there's most likely going to be an incline, which I did not do today, but just pretend there's an incline. And yeah, somehow we managed to come to the end of the video without me realizing, and we are officially finished with this build. So I'm extremely happy with the way that it turned out, despite the frustration that I experienced at the beginning of the build. So without further ado, I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's go check out the final build. Alright, that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit different than the last couple videos I've made on this island, but I'm really liking the way that it's coming together, and we've only done 3 builds so far. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below if there's any builds you guys would like to see me incorporate on this island. I would love to hear your ideas. So I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!